some of the buildings, and a phone line.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to wish each and every one of you a happy Valentine's Day. And I wanted to share something with you guys. You know, some people think it's strange that I always make these videos when I'm driving. But I use the driving as like my think time, my me time, my time to really become one with myself. And I listen to a lot of personal development when I'm driving. And I get to thinking. So that's why I like doing these videos when I'm driving, because I'm by myself, I'm in my own thoughts, and I come up with these things and I'm like, oh, I want to share that. Well, the past week, I've been feeling this overjoy of just this joy that I haven't had in so long that it's so weird. I spent 4 years at a job that I used to love, you know, and the hours sucked, and I just dealt with it because this is what I had to do. You got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what your boss wants you to do, and you just figure it out, and you kind of cope, and you just do because you have to. Well, when I made the decision a couple weeks ago to, you know, leave that chapter of my life and never look back, and I made that jump for something more and something better, and I kind of jumped and landed on my feet, and I'm still kind of going, how the hell did that happen? But it happened. It happened. I left my job that I was extremely miserable at, and so unhappy that it was affecting every aspect of my life, my kids, my husband, just everything. I was miserable. And I didn't realize exactly how miserable I was until I started this new job. And the best part is not only, you know, the job itself, it's not even the money, it's the hours. I'm working 7 to 3. And yes, I drive 45 minutes there and home every day. But it's 45 minutes of no traffic. It's just 45 minutes, put on a book and ride out. You know what I mean? It's not like obnoxious time. It's just drive time. And I put on a book and I soak in my thoughts and I just kind of be. But the best part of all of this is that I get home at 4 o'clock. Like, I wasn't getting home until 6:30, 7 o'clock every day. And, you know, I get home hours after my kids. I get home hours after my husband. My husband had to cook dinner every night because I wasn't home. Half the time I tell him to eat without me because I didn't know when I was coming home. And it was horrible. And it was like, I couldn't do anything after work because, oh, you know, I won't be home in time, or I can't do that, or, you know, it was so hard to do anything. And now that I have this luxury of leaving at 3 o'clock, it's like this like the sky's opened, and it's like, oh, holy crap, you can have a life on a weekday. And it's like, I get so much done. I get home before my youngest. I can go to the grocery store and buy dinner. I can have dinner cooked. I can have my workout done. I can have my power hour done all before Matt gets home from work. It's like the amount of stuff that I get done before 6 o'clock is like, holy shit, this is amazing. All because I decided to jump. All because I've changed one thing in my life. Granted, it was a huge thing. Granted, it was ginormous. Like, I felt like I was a prisoner. Like, I would never find anything. I would never be able to be or do anything because I was so dependent on the income from my job, and just so dependent on my job, period, to live. But it's not, it wasn't that. I took a leap of faith and I threw my hands up in the air and said, so be it. Whatever happens, happens, and I'll figure it out. And I ended up, within 24 hours, I ended up with something better, like that I never would have dreamed of happening. All because I jumped. I took the chance and I just did it. And Did I think about the consequences? Of course I thought about the consequences. I drove home hysterically crying on the phone with my sister going, oh my God, what am I going to do? But you know what? Within 10 minutes, I stopped and said, you know what? I'll go back to bartending. Focus on my Beachbody business, focus on coaching. If I have to work, if I have to go back to bartending until I find something, I'll do it. I don't give a shit as long as I'm not so miserable in that circumstance. And that's what I did. And I ended up with more than I could have dreamed of. Yes, the job is still new. You're in the honeymoon stage of everything, but I took the chance and it turned out phenomenally, and everything in my life over the last 3 weeks is so much better. Like, my kids even say, wow, it's nice to have you be normal instead of neurotic, which we all know I'm my own special kind of crazy, but it's such a joy and such a, I call my sister every day after work just to say, oh my God, I'm off at 3 o'clock. It's so exhilarating, to be able to do these things that I haven't been able to do, that I had to feel guilty about, that I was doing something wrong. It's just, you gotta do what makes you happy. You gotta nurture your soul and not worry about what everybody else is gonna think, or you know what? Don't think about the consequences for a minute. Do it and then figure it out. Because sometimes you just gotta jump and pray to God or whatever you want to pray to that you're gonna land on your feet. Because 9 times out of 10, if you have the belief in yourself that you can do this, you're gonna do it. Where there's a will, there is a way, and come hell or high water, you'll figure it out. And I just want you to know that you have to find that within yourself and just roll with it. Just jump. Here we go again. Yes, me and my jumping, but damn it, just do it. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.